Assassin's Creed Rebellion has steadily declined in revenue and ended live operations and stopped producing content for the game fairly recently. So what does that tell me? It means this studio ain't doing nothing. The thing that they were doing isn't making money no mo, and they don't have a track record of producing things that are like critically and commercially super well received. Sounds like that studio doesn't need to be around anymore, you know? That's kind of what I would say. So unless you can subpoena a lot of people at Ubisoft and get their emails, and they have an email that says, hey, we're going to freaking shutter these guys because I freaking hate unions. Like, like if you find that email, you're good. I think you've got a case. If not, I think what's going to happen is you get Ubisoft in court on a good day. You get them sitting down in that on the stand, and they say, "Why did you do it, Mr. Ubisoft man?" And they say, "Well, because the studio kind of sucked and it wasn't making us money anymore, and we have way too many people and way too many studios, and we had to cut costs because our big revenue driving IP have now been moved over to another company that's now owned by Tencent. So we cut that studio because that game they made hadn't made a lot of money and they hadn't made a good game in a while." And it's like, okay. So honestly, sounds like a pretty good reason. Do I look at Ubisoft right now and I say, oh no, dude, like I want to give them the benefit of the absolutely freaking not. Like I look at Ubisoft and I'm like, bro, I would not be surprised if these guys unionized and they immediately were like, we got to get rid of them. Yeah, that union's a problem. Get rid of that union. Like I genuinely can see Ubisoft doing that. They've made way too many weird, stupid decisions that are bad PR and maybe benefit the company but do not benefit anybody else. Like that's Ubisoft, bro. Ubisoft is just not very well run, not very well done. And yeah, I kind of think that they probably did axe them because they unionized. It doesn't look good. Regardless of if they did or didn't, it doesn't look good. So another doesn't look good story for Ubisoft.